We're going to skip the do now because we just did a homework assignment on it. All right, we'll just tackle number 3, and I'll tell you what your assignment is after that. So, Kate is saving to take an SAT prep course that costs $350. So far, she has saved 180, and she adds 17 to her savings each week. How many more weeks must she save to be able to afford the course? All right, so here's the big thing. You got to define your variables. All right, you got to have a let statement in there. Let whatever you want. I don't care what letter you use. I'm using X. Let X equal whatever X is equal to, but it's got to be in there. Otherwise, you're losing credit. All right. So Kate's saving to take an SAT prep course that costs $350. So far, she saved 180, and she needs 17. She adds 17 each week. So $17 is dependent on the number of weeks, right? So X would be the number of weeks. So she's got 180. She adds 17 for each of those weeks. The result is going to bring her, hopefully, to her target of $350. All right, so this is the target amount. And you can see it's a simple linear equation, all right? But you could see how, just based on the problems that we just worked on a few minutes ago, that it could easily end up being a fractional equation with excluded values. So you're going to be working towards that. So you got to get in the habit of structuring your expressions, your equations, your setup the right way. All right, so I'm going to knock off the 180. What's 350 minus 180?
170.
It sure is. Then I divide by the 17. So X is going to be equal to 10. All right. Now, that's never going to be the final answer. X equals 10. You haven't told me anything. The question was, how many more weeks must she save to be able to afford the course? I don't need a grammatically correct complete sentence. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference one way or the other. Just give me a sentence of some kind or a phrase or anything. 10 more weeks, yeah. Keep it simple because I don't have much of an attention span when it comes to this sort of stuff. All right. The habit of it now, there's a price to be paid later on. All right. So we're trying to build good habits. All right. Dan belongs to a movie club in which he pays an annual fee of $39.95 and then streams movies for 99 cents each. Honestly, I really don't know any service that works that way, but we're just going to go with it. In 1 year, yeah, it's right off a Regents exam. So it's like they're trying to update it with the times. I'm pretty sure this question originally started off as like, Dan rents movies from a video store. Yeah, exactly why they changed the question. So, but yeah, back in the day, we used to go to a store that had.
Isn't there only like one more in the world?
Yeah, it was in the Captain Marvel movie, and that was it. So, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know anything that really works this way. So, in 1 year, Dan spent $55.79. I mean, like, I don't even know, like, is that even Redbox? I don't even know if that works that way. How many movies did he stream? All right. Now, something to consider, because I know that there's folks out there that are like, I can do this without algebra. And I respect that. The problem is you could be facing a question on a test that says only an algebraic solution will be accepted. That's what the Regents does. They say only an algebraic solution. You know what they tell us in the grading summary? They say don't give any credit unless you see the algebra. I can look at it and say, wow, that was really good work that you did there. No algebra, no credit. All right? And so when I grade your tests in order to prepare you for the Regents, I have to grade it the same way. All right? It stinks, but that's how it is. Because we're looking at this and say, well, how can he order or stream a fraction of a movie and pay a fraction of the fee? It doesn't work that way. You know, just because you only watch half the movie doesn't mean you didn't pay the full freight for it. All right? So you're trial and error. You say, oh, okay, you got 2 movies, you got 3 movies, you got 5 movies, whatever. You'll eventually get the answer, and that's that. But they need an algebraic response. All right? That's what I was saying in the beginning. Sometimes calculator all the way, sometimes algebra all the way, and sometimes you get a pick. This is algebra all the way. All right? So let X equal number of movies. All right? You don't have to have the word let in there. You just say X is the number of movies. You know, keep it simple. It doesn't matter to me. All right? His flat rate is $39.95. But the 99 cents is dependent on the number of movies. So if we take 0.99 and multiply it by X, that'll give us the target value. So that's the target value. Or target amount, I said in the last question. Right? It's a linear equation, but we just got through going over problems that were in proportion form, fractional form. So you got to start somewhere. We're starting with linear equations. As you work through these word problems, you're going to graduate to different types of problems, and some of those might involve fractions. So all the skills are going to be involved. All right. So next move, subtract the $39.95. And what do you get if you subtract? 1584. Then divide out the 99.99, that is. And so you get X equals, you need 1584 divided by 16 even? Yeah, that makes sense. So always think, well, yeah, they ask the question in one form, you got to give your answer in the same form. They ask the question in words, give your answer in words. It doesn't have to be a grammatically correct, complete sentence. In fact, I don't have the patience for that. So just give me something that involves words strung together to form a complete thought of some kind. Yeah, it's just the X equals part. Yeah, he streamed 16 movies. Number of movies is 16, something along those lines. He streamed I mean, if you want to get specific and say Dan, that's fine. But I always have it in my mind that one day the Regents people are going to go overboard. And, you know, the question says Dan belongs to a movie club. Somebody will answer the question and write, like, Tom streamed 16 movies. And then on the scoring guide, they're going to be like, if they use the wrong name, take off like 20 points. Like, I just feel like that. So, like, I would even stay away from naming names because I feel like they're just out to get people. So don't let them get you.